Hi, and welcome to Fretwork Central, the place to learn guitar and bass. In this video, we're going to talk about some more fretboard tapping. So let's go. What we talked about in the first video was, first of all, just tapping, just playing a note, fretting a note with one of the fingers on your picking hand. Now, I like to use my middle finger so I can hang on to the pick. You can experiment with ways that other people do it. As I mentioned in the first video, Eddie Van Halen held the pick between his thumb and his middle finger so that he could tap with his first finger. A lot of people will tap with their index finger. I kind of like to just keep the pick where it is and use the other fingers to do the tapping. So that way you can come in and out of tapping and picking and whatever, and you don't have to change anything. We also talked about tapping and doing hammer-ons, tapping and doing pull-offs, and doing a combination of both. In this video, what we want to do is talk about some more ideas that you can do with tapping and expand a little bit on that. The first thing that we want to do is move around to some different notes with the left hand, still tapping at the same fret with the right hand, where you're going to tap at 12 and then move around and do something like this. That's our first figure, and we can slow that down. What we're doing is we're tapping at 12, then we're going to pull off to 8, then tap and pull off to 7, tap, pull off to 5, tap, back to 7, and then we start over. And it kind of goes like this slowly. There's a lot going on here. You're going to tap and pull off to the lower note. Then you're going to tap again. And while the tap is down, you want to take that finger off so that you can reveal the note lower when you take your tapping finger off. Then you're going to tap again, move your finger, pull off, tap. Then you put that finger back down while the tap is still happening, and so on. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and you have to practice this slowly so that you could do it with the right coordination. Now, it might seem like we're moving those fingers at the same time once you speed it up a little bit, but there's a split second in there where you tap and you take that finger off or put it down wherever you are in the lick. Then you just speed it up over time. And now you can move around to other frets as well if you wanted to. So in the next figure, we're going to move to different strings and do kind of the same idea. Just to make it simple, we're going to keep tapping at 12, and with the left hand, we're going to follow the frets of the A minor pentatonic scale. Basically, we're just going to play 8 and 5 on the second string, and then 7 to 5 on the third string and the fourth string. And it's going to go like this. We got to tap, pull off to 8, then tap, and while that tap is down, take that finger out of there so we can hear 5. Now when we tap over on the third string, we're going to get that third finger down so we can hear it at 7, and then tap, lift it up, and 5. Tap, go to 7, tap, lift it up. And then back to the third string, tap to 7, tap to 5. and then you start over. And slowly it would go like this. You could just start mixing those up and come up with, some different ideas with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off playing 12, and then we're going to hammer 5 to 8. Then we're going to go to the 10th fret and hammer 5 to 8, back to 12, and then 13. And every time in between, we're playing 5 to 8 on the second string. You can hear once you start moving those around and playing it a little faster, it kind of becomes this other thing. It's strange. You have to play slow and accurately, and then over time, speed it up. Now, what you're not seeing here with me is the time that I've spent with these type of drills with a metronome. Over time. So I have built up the coordination. The only difference between me and you right now is time. All you have to do is do the exact same thing slowly, and then over time, build it up. And that's it. You could play this no problem. All you have to do is do it the right way. The next lick that we want to look at is moving the left hand, sliding up or down as we're doing the tapping. Something like this. What's going on there is we're going to tap, pull off to 8, pull off to 5, slide to 4, slide back to 5, and hammer to 8. But we're just going to tap that one time. Now, one thing that you're not seeing here is that I'm really holding on to this guitar. With the left hand, you're still kind of clamping on there, but you can't really hold on that tight because you have to move. So with your right arm, you're really kind of holding that guitar in there and anchoring with part of your hand here as well while you're muting and tapping. You really have to hold on to that guitar so it's not flopping all over the place. All right, so the last thing that we want to look at here, we're going to tap and move that finger and then do something with the left hand. For example, we're going to tap 12, and while the tap is down, we're going to slide up to 13, back to 12, and then do the pull off and hammer on. That could get a little crazy, but that's a cool technique, and you can start to combine these. I don't know, it's getting a little crazy, but you could see where once you start getting the coordination and building things up and getting some speed, where this could really go off the rails. Too much fun though. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you have some fun with that and practice it slow, break out the metronome. In the next couple videos, we're gonna have a metronome, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about how to use the metronome, about rhythm, and how to get the most out of a practice session with some of these licks. So until then, keep playing, tune your guitar, and keep making great music.